Hello everyone, this is Kathy from Divine Debut. I'm on Nadiya Shah's channel. I don't believe it. Nadiya, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for the honor that you have given me to show myself on your channel. I've been following you forever. I've learnt a lot from you, and I'm a big fan of yours as well. So it was so overwhelmingly amazing that I have the chance to be here today. Now, Divine Debut 11, that's my channel. And I like to do my readings. I look at the stars, I do astrology, and I do tarot. That's the difference between me and other channels, let's say. I like to use both. I feel that they're both tools, both the astrology and the tarot, they work together for me. And of course, I channel the messages that I receive while I'm doing the reading. So that's just a little bit about me. I'd like to tell you, I don't want to bore you, everyone. So just giving you an idea of what I do. Now, I've been doing this for about 5 years, roughly. My spiritual awakening began in 2011. That is the truth. Now, I've always felt that I've got the instinct, that gut feeling, because it runs in the family. All the girls in the family, all the females have those dreams. We pay attention to our dreams. We've forever been talking about the messages that we receive when we sleep. So it's been, from day one, from when I can remember myself, and that slowly evolved. Now, back in 2011, and that's why I call my channel Divine Debut 11, because that's what prompted me to begin my channel, the spiritual awakening. Now, for those of you that are already awakened and that you're probably listening to me here, you're already awakened. You're on your path. Everyone is on different levels, of course. I feel as though I'm still awakening. There's still a lot to learn about myself and about the world. And so everyone's on a different level. I started back then in 2011. It was massive that year for me. And I know astrologically it was, 2011, 2012, they were tough years. So that's when I started seeing 11 everywhere. And there is Divine Debut 11. And I'm going to say it again because 11 is a master number. 11 is a new doorway for me. It's opening that door and going on to the other side. And when I say going on to the other side, it's as though you're going through the birth canal and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what I tell my clients and, the people that follow me on my channel, that there is the awakening that's happening, and it's a roller coaster. My life has been a roller coaster ever since 2011. And don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but I am grateful to the divine. I really am. I'm usually very positive thinking. I'm a Virgo sun rising, and my moon is in Leo. So yeah, I prefer to be behind the cameras most of the time, but because of what I do, I've had to show myself. I'm also doing so many readings on my channel. I've already got quite a few clients, but it doesn't matter. It's my honor to be here for Nadiya. And, the confirmation from her that she respects the work that I do, the feeling is mutual. Nadiya, thank you again. Now, I could be talking about myself all day. It's not that I've got a big ego. I'm a Virgo, double Virgo, so I'm grounded. I like to keep my feet planted firmly on the ground. But we don't have that much time. I want to do a reading for you. I will be doing the 4 different elements, so earth, fire, water, and air. Please watch your sun, moon, and rising. Okay, and this is a general reading, so if you feel as though it resonates, well, then it's your reading. If it does not, it may not be for you. There are thousands of people who watch these videos. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to change the camera onto my hands so you could see the cards. I really would like to thank all of you for being here, for listening to me, for taking the time out, and sending you lots of love and lots of blessings. And, you know, reach out if you need any guidance or any help whatsoever. I'm here for all of you. It will be my pleasure to serve you. That's what Virgos do. Nadiya, thank you again. Wishing hello to the earth signs. Thank you for being here. This is Kathy, and this is the tarot and a bit of astrology. This is what I do on my channel. So Kathy from Divine Debut, as I've already mentioned at the beginning of the video, just in case you've skipped straight through to the tarot, I will be using The Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. I'm also using the Pictorial Key Tarot by David Corsi, and I'm also using the La Vera Sibilla by Massangini, and that's for more clarity, you know. And a lot of people tend to enjoy the La Vera Sibilla because we go into more details. I do use a lot of cards on other videos. So here I'm doing Earth. First sign is Taurus, then it's Virgo, and then Capricorn. So I will be taking a romance angel as well because of Valentine's Day. These readings are for February 2019. So let's cut the cards. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So Taurus has got the 10 of Wands in the month of February. Virgo has the Queen of Swords. And Capricorn, the Emperor, which looks very much like, you know, it looks like Santa Claus. Even though he's very cold, he's in the snow, he's icy cold. He's the ice cold king, I call him. Even though he's an emperor, he's still a king, but he's an emperor, to be more precise. Okay, so let's take a romance angel. So, spirit guides and angels. Archangel Michael, he's my guide. He's actually come to me. He's visited me, so he is my spirit guide. That's who I ask the answers from usually. If it's not just spirit, then Archangel Michael, especially for love. Let's look at Taurus. And we've got children. Your love life is being affected by children. Let's take one for Virgo. Archangel Michael, guide me please for Virgo and February in love. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And one love oracle for Capricorn for the month of February. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So you could be the parent. You could have your parents and there are family issues with any, it could be your closest family or your extended family. It doesn't really matter. Now, what I'm reading here, this could even be important for people that you know around you, people that are close to you. They could be this story for them. Even though I'm reading for, as I said, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you know, if they are, let's say you're dealing with someone who's around you, who's a Capricorn, this could be their story, and this is something that will give information to you. Let's take 3 Sibillas for each sign. So we've got Emmanuel, which is a spiritual bond. And it could be a connection, some sort of a partnership. Here we've got alegría, which is merriment and happiness. And we've also got amica, which is harmony. I will go more into the details of the cards. Let's take 3 Sibilas for Virgo on top of this Queen of Swords. 3 Sibilas. So we've got Nemica, which is the female enemy. We have Conversazione, which is pleasant conversations. And we've also got Bambino, which is a child. And this could be just the energy of something new. Okay, so let's go to dear Capricorn. Sun, moon, or rising, don't forget, always. Now, if you have your Venus in Capricorn, you could watch Capricorn for your Venus. If you're a female, if you're a male, I would suggest go to your Mars. Where is Mars in your chart? You're on Nadiya's platforms, you're watching her videos, so I'm sure that a lot of you have got a fair bit of knowledge on the astrology. So we've got Dottore, which is a healing quality. This is the doctor. We also have Speranza, which is hope. And we have the house, Casa. All right, let's take an astrology card for each sign. So first sign is Taurus. Taurus and astrology, the influence from the astrology. Taurus. And we have 12th house, escape. And the 12th house is the natural house of Pisces. Let's take a card for Virgo. Let's see Virgo. February. There's the card. And we've got Leo, I will. Okay. And let's take a card for Capricorn. Capricorn and the astrology. 10th house, the world. And the 10th house is the natural house of Capricorn. Okay. Let's start reading then. Okay, dear Taurus. Now you've got the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is a heavy burden, but 10s always break down to the ace. If we drop the 0, it turns into a 1. So it's like you are finishing some sort of a cycle. Now, 10s are always completion. We could be talking here about, because the number 10 is the 10th house of Capricorn, and we have the North and South Node. South Node is in Capricorn, North Node is in Cancer. So we're dealing karmically and, you know, through the changes that the eclipses bring. We're talking about the axis home, family, foundation, and career. Any work-related issues, as well as the law and authority. So this is some sort of a completion here. Now, we've got wands here, and wands are all about fire, passion, creativity. You could be even completing some sort of a project to do with work. Now, the wands also indicate what we feel passionate about. So that's, you know, it's the kundalini that we that is our driving force. I feel here with the 10 of Wands, it's been quite a burden. So your love life has been burdensome, but this is the end of it. Now, career could have been burdening you. Therefore, just like in life, we've got, life is a domino. One thing goes wrong, things start to be wrong. So if we turn it around the other way and say that you are lightening your load, then this is going to be a weight that is lifted off your shoulders. Now here we've got children. Your love life is being affected by children. You could have been working extra hard at this time. Actually, we're talking about the whole of February. You could have a full schedule with work. Now, children, if you've got young children yourself, this could say that you don't have a lot of free time. Children take up your time between work, family, children, and that could be part of the burden as well. Now, the children card can also speak to me in a way that says that, let's say if you are a divorcee and you're a single mum or a single dad, then your love life could be affected by children, and that's where the burden comes in. Now, not everyone is the same age that I'm talking to that's watching this video. So for some of you, even though it's showing young children, your children could be at a later age, older, teenagers, young adults. It doesn't really matter. There is still a heavy burden here, which is like a pressure cooker on you. And I feel as though some of you are going through times where you want to escape. You feel as though you want to get away. Now, this is Pisces. Okay, so the 12th house is the natural house of Pisces. I like to add up the numbers. I do look at the numerology. So this is a number 36. It adds to a 9. Now, number 9 is the natural house of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about truth. It's seeing the bigger picture. It's spirituality as well, and foreign places and people and cultures, of course. So some of you may be seriously thinking of escaping, going on a holiday, going to a foreign land. Jupiter is actually in the house of Sagittarius, in its home sign of Sagittarius. So Jupiter is very strong. Now, Sagittarius also deals with higher education. So some of you could be working those extra hours because your children are more, there are more expenses in relation with your children and their education. So escape, and Pisces can speak of escapism through drugs, through alcohol, anything that we take to zone out, So I feel as though there are a few of you that could be having more to drink at this time. The pressure is just too much, and therefore you are looking at escapism through any substances. I would say that be careful with that, because Jupiter is squaring over to Neptune. Jupiter in Sag is squaring over to Neptune, and Neptune in Pisces is very strong. That's where its home sign is. And Neptune can be, that you're zonking yourself out, you're drugging yourself out, taking, as I said, even prescribed drugs. So just take care with that, because Jupiter expands on everything it touches. Don't go overboard. This is a time of going overboard. Be careful. Now, one last thing. Chiron, the wounded healer, past life wounds, childhood conditioning, anything like that. I believe in reincarnation. So in this life, you've brought wounds over from a previous life, and Chiron is almost at 29 degrees of Pisces, and it is the completion, because this is the house of Pisces, 12th house. It is a completion of some sort of a wound. Now, through the education, you're educating yourself on healing. Some of you may even be taking lessons in anything to do with the occult, anything to do with magic. You could be becoming the healer. So that's what I see here with these cards. Let me see what we've got here. Now, the Sibilas. Imeno is a spiritual bond. I feel as though you are with a partner. Some of you are together. Others of you are at a distance to each other. For whatever reason, children could be the issue. There is a deep communication here, a spiritual communication like telepathy. You see the signs and synchronicities. I feel as though this is a twin flame soulmate relationship. Something is beginning. This is a number 1. Now, there could be some sort of a commitment that is weighing heavily on a family, people around you, the children, you know, and this is a general reading, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. Okay, so there is some sort, of course, here, there is some sort of a contract commitment that is being made. For some of you, it could be a little bit difficult if it's you needing to make that, to extend that offer to someone. Maybe you've got the burden of family issues, and that's where the Seven of Wands comes in. Now here we've got the merriment and happiness, and here we've got the Amica, which is the card of harmony. So Libra rings here. We've got the scales and the balance. You are trying to find your balance. Libra is the partnership house, whatever sort of a partnership this is. Okay, harmony and Amica can be a confidant and a best friend. So some of you may be teaming up, marrying, getting engaged, or moving in with someone who is a very good friend, or someone that you meet whilst going out, and you will be good friends. So it's going to play differently for a lot of you. As I said, some of you could be at a distance to each other. That's why you may want to escape. You may be escaping in the midst of the night and traveling somewhere. All right, dear Taurus. Jupiter and Venus are, you know, they just finished their conjunction. They were together. They're still fairly close. In Sagittarius, they're splitting apart now. And they were trining over to Mars in Aries. Mars is very strong there. So, you know, Venus and Mars, they're the lovers. And Jupiter, the benevolent planet of expansion and luck, being together with Venus, beautiful. Beautiful for love. And it could be love with a foreigner. Okay, dear Taurus, I think I won't say any more because the videos are going to get too long. Let's go on to Virgo. All right, dear Virgo, we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is an air sign. So we're talking Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Now, dear Virgo, you are the most analytical earth sign of all. So sometimes you do tend to, you know, show up as the air element. And that's because you are ruled by Mercury, which is the left brain, the logic, the communicator. So this could be your energy here. Or you could be dealing with another air sign. That could be, you know, their words could be quite harsh, because the Queen of Swords is usually she's the widow, she's the woman that's been through, you know, hard times emotionally, so she's not showing up as emotional here. She's minding her heart. She's counting and looking at the facts. She's doing the math. So whatever adds up, she will go for. Whatever does not, she will let it go. So it's not about emotions. It's about logic. It's about the way you think. It's your intellectual self here. And you're looking at the facts. You know, Mercury is in Aquarius right now, in an air sign. And now your ruler's been through a really hard time moving through Capricorn over Saturn, Pluto, the South Node. It's been through the ringer. It's been really tough. So I believe that what happens to whatever our ruler goes through, it mirrors us down here on this 3D plane. So here it says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you in love. So you're looking at details, things that you don't like. And maybe if it's not just looking at the details, it could be conversations that you're having. And I would say more than likely we're looking at Aquarius, because your ruler is in Aquarius at this time when I'm doing the reading. Now I'm channeling the messages, so that's what I feel is happening here. Now we've got the astrology card Leo, and it says I will. Now Leo is the risk taker. Leo is the heart. Leo is where the eclipse of the 21st of January, like a few days ago, because today's the 25th of January. So 4 days ago, we had this massive lunar eclipse at 0 degrees and 52 minutes of Leo. Right opposite Leo is Aquarius. And that's where your ruler is at 1 degree right now. So whatever is happening on the 25th, or just after, because you will be viewing this video in February. Nevertheless, I believe that when we watch the video, that's when it resonates. So Leo and Aquarius, that axis where the eclipses had taken place, even, nearly 2 years ago, that's when the eclipses started in Leo Aquarius. I believe that something major is going on with the eclipse. We're still in eclipse energies, and Leo is, the sun. So the sun is clarity, the sun is healing. Whatever went wrong for you, or it still could be happening, right? We're still, the energies of the eclipses last a fair while. They tend to get lighter, and it's not so difficult the further away we get from the eclipse. So here we've got Leo. You may be dealing with Sun, Moon, or Rising Leo person. As well as that, look at the number here. It's the number 17, and that is the number of the star. And the star is the card of Aquarius. So interesting. Now, Leo is all about desire. They go for what their heart wants. Maybe this card is telling you that you need to move into, get out of the cold energy, the air energy here, and open your heart. Be more open and go for what you want. If you are not in a place of true love, because Leo is all about true love, it's also about children and creating something of your own. So there are some signs that are cautioning you. It does not mean that it's the end of the world, because number 17 and the star could be a wish coming true. Now, you're cutting out what does not work for you, and the readings can go the other way, of course. So if you feel the need to cut someone away, whoever's been harsh with you, and we've got the Namika here, which is the enemy. Now, this could be female or male. She's wearing a mask. She's taken the mask off, so you could see what has been difficult for you. You could see what was the negative energy. Maybe the eclipse is showing you here. So there is, and this could be someone who is quite jealous around you. You could even have someone who is coming from, envy. If you are the one that's capable here in anything to do with career, or you're shining your light to the world, okay, there could be jealousy around you. So that could be through family, through friends, doesn't really matter. Even a mother, unfortunately, yes, because the Queen of Swords could be your mother. And here we've got the pleasant conversations around a table. Now, it's like the Ace of Cups. See the one heart, the one in the heart? It's like the Ace of Cups. So we've got pleasant conversations around a table with co-workers, family, friends, doesn't really matter. So whatever truth you find out, you will have the support of family. Now, the truth could be something to do with a child or something new that is being born. Now, the child, the baby, is a number 7. And number 7 is the divine number. So for those of you that Leo deals with children as well, for those of you that are pregnant and you're having difficulties, like you're getting red flags, I think that you will get over the shaky situation. I don't think that there's going to be, not I don't think, I know there won't be a miscarriage. We do have the child here. And I think that the difficult energies are moving away. Okay, now this pleasant conversation around the table could even be with your doctors, people who specialize in childbirth. Okay, so, and it's funny that all the reading is quite, it revolves around children. Okay, they're the messages for you, dear Virgo. Let's go on to Capricorn. Okay, dear Capricorn, we have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is a major arcana card. The Emperor, as I said, he looks like the Ice King to me, but he's dressed up as Santa, so he's, you know, what you see is not exactly what you get. That's what the message is here. That you may see someone who looks cold. He comes across as being quite cold, quite icy. There's no emotion, no feelings. He seems quite scary, actually, but he's wearing that Santa suit. So what this tells me is that something to do with your stability. This is not an actual person. Then it's an energy. Something to do around with Christmas. And I would say when the sun moved into Capricorn, that's where we're referencing now back to. Now, it's a 4, so it speaks of home stability, your foundation, your family, right? And you could be dealing with a father that's an Aquarian, a Gemini, or a Libra. Now, he seems quite icy cold, but I feel that deep within there is a big heart, I feel. And if there has been any ill heart here with this authority figure, I believe that things are going to change. Healing will come through because we do have the healing family issues here. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So there is some sort of a forgiveness, some sort of a healing quality. As I said, Chiron is almost finishing the cycle in Pisces. So it's as though it's beginning a brand new cycle. Okay, and that means starting new, starting fresh. Now here we've got the 10th house and the world. The 10th house is the natural house of Capricorn. So this is career, this is the authority, this is the father. As well as that, a lot is happening in the 10th house. We've got the South Node, we've got Pluto, we've got Saturn there. So the eclipse energy is, you know, in the 10th and in the 4th house. And this is for everyone on the collective scale. So, you know, having the 10th house here for you, yes, you could be dealing with someone who could be another Capricorn that you're dealing with, but also because, you know, the Emperor is quite stern and quite rigid and restrictive energy, I would say that they are Saturn ruled. So the two signs that are ruled by Saturn are Capricorn and Aquarius. So maybe with a South Node in Capricorn, you could be letting go of past life issues, any ill health from your childhood, from the past, whatever was familiar to you, you're letting go. And again here, we've got Dottore, the healer. Okay, now it's a number 13, which brings up the death card, which is Scorpio. A lot was happening in Scorpio recently. Venus was retrograding there. Mercury went through there. It was a tough time. It was a really, really hard time. The past 3 months have been really harsh, 3-4 months. It's a time of healing through death and transformation. Okay, so for those of you that this is a father, a grandfather that has passed on, then they are communicating to you from the spirit world that they've let go of ill health, not ill health. Maybe they were ill and that's how they, you know, that you lost them, but any ill actions, any ill energies, they're letting go. They're letting bygones be bygones. And here is the card of hope And this is also the card of fear. Maybe there was some fear. For those of you that have got a family member who could be ill at this time, in bed, don't worry, you've got the doctor, there's hope still, and the foundation is still there. There is a strong family behind you, a strong business. If this is business, then the 10th house and career means that there is stability. This is fantastic. There could be some sort of an agreement. We've got the Two of Cups here, a contract, a new contract being made up. This could even be a promotion because it's an agreement. And we've got the World, which the World speaks of, yes, the web, international matters, business through international companies. But as well as that, this can also speak of travel and the end of a karmic cycle, the successful completion of karma. All right, Capricorn, I think I will leave it at that. That's quite a bit of information. Thank you so much for listening. Next signs, fire. Hello to the fire signs. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, welcome. Welcome to my video. This is Kathy from Divine Debut. So let's see what's happening for you in the month of February. Now, I was shuffling before I opened cam, so let's take one card on top, from the top, and we start off with Leo. We have Two of Pentacles for Leo. For Sagittarius, the Six of Cups. And for Aries, the Three of Wands. Okay, let's take a romance angel for each sign, because it is Valentine's Day and these readings are for February, so it is covering the Valentine's Day as well. So let's see for love, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Leo, you deserve love. You are lovable. Sagittarius, soulmate. Wow, yes, this is your soulmate. It's on top of the Six of Cups. Well, with Jupiter in your sign, of course, Jupiter is blessing you with a soulmate. This is amazing. And Aries, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, wow, lovely. They're all good. All cards are good. Let's take an astrology card for each sign. And let's see what the influence is from the transits. As above, so below, we say. So let's see for Leo. Leo, Saturn and Truth. Let's go on to Sagittarius. We have part of fortune increase. See what Jupiter does. Oh, wow. And Aries. Aries, astrologically, what's the influence? 7th house and partners. So this is talking about a partnership. This is beautiful as well. Let me take 3 Sibilas. Just quickly. It looks like it's going to turn out to be a long video. But there is a lot of information here. And I've got longer and shorter videos on my channel. So I have something for everyone. Let's look at Leo. We've got the artista, which is the intellectual. We have il nemico, which is the enemy, the snake, but he's moving away. And we've got delirante, which is deliriousness. So this is quite a neutral card. So I'm going to take one more. And we've got the Gran Signore, which is the VIP, the king. I call him the King of Hearts. Let's take 3 Sibilas for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. And we've got the Bambino, which is something new or a child. We have pensiero, which is like the hermit. And we've also got one more card, and we've got the domestico, the butler. So let's go on to the sign of Aries. Okay, first card is the dog, which is loyalty, companionship, friendship. Next we have the dottore, which is the doctor, the intellectual, the professional. And here we've got speranza, which is hope. Lovely. Okay, so let's go on to the sign of Leo first of all. So Leo is juggling. What are you juggling? You're trying to make a decision. Now, dear Leo, we've got Earth here, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, you could have strong Earth in your chart as well. Whatever the case, this means that you're really, really busy. You are in a juggling situation. So you're either trying to decide something or you're just overdoing it. And here we've got Saturn and the truth. Some of you are wondering whether you will spill the beans, you will speak your truth. Saturn can be that slap in the face, but it's all about growing, maturing. That's what Saturn does. It poses lessons in life. And it's a maturation that you're going through, I believe, here with Saturn and truth. Now, Mercury has just moved over Saturn and Pluto and the South Node. So you are learning the truth about some past situation, some past karmic situation, because Saturn is the Lord of karma. Okay, so this could be in work, this could be in love, and I feel as though with the romance angel, you deserve love, you are lovable. I feel as though you're not feeling very loved at this time for some reason. But see that bow and arrow, the target is you. So I feel as though you're the apple of someone's eye, but you don't feel it because of the ups and downs of life. Maybe it's just, Saturn is the Lord of time as well. Maybe it's a matter of time. Maybe we're looking at February before someone is going to open their cards and tell you that they truly love you. Now, this could speak the other way. What I'm saying to you could be from your partner. Okay, maybe they're not feeling loved and you need to tell them that you love them. Now, here with the Sibilas, we've got the Artista. It's a number 7, 7 of hearts, 7 of cups. So it does speak of Piscean energy. Pisces can be quite confusing. Pisces is where Chiron is, the wounded healer. Chiron is finishing up a long cycle. So, when Chiron moves away, roughly March, and moves into Aries, it's going to be a brand new cycle. So things are going to be changing up. The intellectual here, this card can also be called the discovery. Something is found out. Mercury has moved into Aquarius, and it's an air sign. Mercury loves to be there. Mercury is close to the sun, and the sun is clarity, healing, children, and the heart. It's also true love. It's also taking a risk. Now, again, this could also be a solicitor or someone who sits behind a desk. Here we've got the Il Nemico, which is a number 11. 11 is a very karmic number. It's the number of justice. This enemy, the snake, seems to be going away. The snake is shedding its skin. There is a transformation happening here, I feel. So there is some sort of a change through truth. Something is coming to light, and therefore the change will happen. It's not going to be easy because we've got the delirious card. Now, you're not alone. You've got the support of friends and family. So that's why I took another card, because the delirante can be a neutral card. So we've got here a number 13. This is the King of Hearts. This is someone who can have strong ego. Strong ego, but because he is a noble, he's blue-blooded, he comes from the high class, high society. And this could be someone who is quite influential, financially very stable. He is a king, so you may be dealing now with someone who's got a strong ego, but I think and I feel, and this is channeled, that you've got the key. You've got the key to open and get through that ego and the, the persona, the strong and the cold persona. There is a King of Hearts in his chest. He's got a heart of gold, but he's got a reputation which he's trying to protect. That's your message, dear Leo. And I want to say that because it's a number 13, this could be Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio. We've also got Saturn here, so Saturn rules Capricorn as well as Aquarius. So that's your reading. Let's go on to the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, dear Sagittarius, you've got the Six of Cups. Wow. Now this is twin flame soulmate energy. Have you been playing together with someone who could be slightly older than you, slightly more mature than you? Have you been playing with them in a past life, or was it through your childhood that there was this innocence, this relationship here where there was a strong balance, strong emotional balance and a lot of trust? Okay, we've got children here. So if this is a past life connection, the person that you are dealing with, which could be water sign, so we've got Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, okay, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And here we've got the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. If you've had any doubts, then this card is affirming that this is someone that you're meant to be with. Now, twin flames and soulmates are a little bit different. Soulmates are all around us. The twin flame is, it's your other half that's been traveling on a different plane, on a different dimension. It looks as though here this is a soulmate relationship. For some of you, could be twin flame. Not for all of you. For some it is. Why? Because through this card here, it is a 6, and 6 is a number of balance. We've also got part of fortune, which is what is lucky in your life. It's like the wheel of fortune. So fortune is coming into your life now. This could also speak of very good partnership within business. Part of fortune speaks of success through, receiving money, business, and things like that. Anything to do with monetary. Okay, now it does look like the wheel of fortune, so it's full of blessings. It's turning in your favor at this time. It is a 45, which adds up to the 9. 9 is the house of Sagittarius. Jupiter is blessing you. Jupiter is seriously here, giving you the gifts already. Now, we've got in the Sibilas, we have the Bambino, and this is divinely guided. Some of you are falling pregnant, or this could be the seed that is planted for a soulmate relationship. Now, it could be through a child that you meet your soulmate. Okay, so this is for singles and for people who are in a committed partnership relationship. And this could also be someone that is from your past. Okay, if this is not from a past life, it's someone from your past with the 6 of Cups. Okay, so the Bambino is starting something new. Here we've got the Pensiero, which it's like the Hermit, so it's Virgo energy. Looking at the details, there are things that you're, paperwork, legal matters. This could be a solicitor. For those of you that are, having children at this time, there could be issues with, let's say, a past relationship concerning children. okay, because we've got the child and we've got the children here. Some of you may have children from a previous relationship and, you know, you've met your soulmate. It was time for you to meet your soulmate, so you're closing the door, but you're still working through issues here with a pensiero who could be a solicitor, but this could also be a doctor. This could also be a spiritual leader, someone who is advising you. Now, if this is a doctor, there is good things here. It's the time of luck for you. Do not worry. There's newness here for those of you that are having a difficult childbirth. Do not worry. You've got the right professional with you. Now here we've got the domestico. This is the butler. This is someone who is near your home, someone who is at service to you. Okay, now he is number 11. Again, he is meant to be here. You've got a helping hand. There are issues, though, trust issues here with this person. Now, if this is not a helper, it could be another family member. Anything to do with the legalities, the papers, anything to do with that. So, now Mercury is still direct in February. So, any necessary signing of contracts, it's still good. I mean, there's no retrogrades, so it's safe to go ahead and sign those contracts, dear Sagittarius, whatever papers and contracts you are dealing with. Okay, now if this is a partnership, this is the right partnership, please try to keep the faith that there is trust here. You can trust this person. I feel that the doubt is in your head with the Paths of Fortune and the soulmate. You can't go wrong. Okay, let's go on to the sign of Aries. Dear Aries, you've got the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is expansion and growth. Whatever seeds you've planted in love, through passion, and you've been quite inspired, okay, with whatever you're dealing with here, whether this is love or business. Threes are always expanding, growing. Now, we've got the 7th house here. The 7th house, which is the house of Libra. And Libra is the partnership house. I see a partnership here. There is a couple and they're in love. Now, Libra can also be communication, trying to find balance within any relationship, right? The 3 speaks of passion, 3 of Wands. You could be dealing with another fire sign, or you could be dealing with a Libra. Now, number 31 adds up to a number 4. There is potential of taking it all the way, becoming family, tying the knot, moving in, whatever that means. But the romance angel says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So that's where the communication of Libra, trying to find the balance, that's what it's talking about. So there are differences. You could also be dealing with someone who could be from a foreign background, culture. So that's where the differences are. Now, we've got the dog, the loyal friend. This could have been a friendship which is turning into a love relationship. Okay? Here we've got the dottore, which is, the dottore is healing whatever you've been through, whatever hurt, or, you know, you felt as though maybe your partner wasn't as loyal as you are. I think the storm has finished. The sun's shining now. There is a change. This is a number 13. 13 is the death number, the death card. So you may be even dealing with a Scorpio. And I'm going to say also Cancer, I feel here, because we've got the loyal dog, and you know, Cancerians are very, very loyal to the family. The North Node is in Cancer as well. Okay, so if this is a relationship through, you know, amongst family, then whatever loyalty has been broken, trust has been broken, there will be a healing quality. There is hope for that. Okay, so you're still working through this. Through communication, I believe that you will find the right ingredients to move forward. All right, fire signs, thank you so much. Hello to the water element, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Welcome to my video. This is Kathy from Divine Debut. Thank you for being here. This is your February 2019 general and love reading. I will be taking a romance angel since Valentine's Day is on the 14th of the month. So let's see one card. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Scorpio, wow, Two of Pentacles. Cancer has got the Eight of Swords. And Pisces, the Six of Pentacles. So, let's see what is happening in love. In love. I'm using the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. The tarot is the Pictorial Key Tarot by David Corsi. And I'm also taking some La Vera Sibilla by Massangini. The cards will be in the description box below so you know what I'm using. Let's see first. First sign is the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, February, in love. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Next is Cancer. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. And for Pisces, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from friends. Now, I will be taking some Sibillas here so we have more clarity on what's going on, but I'm also taking an astrology card. First sign is Scorpio. What did Scorpio get? Earth element and stability. Okay, so let's see what Cancer, what influence you have from the stars. Saturn, return, and age. And let's see for Pisces. Pisces. And air element, communicating. Okay, so let's take the Sibillas. Three Sibillas for the sign of Scorpio. We've got Bambino, and it's funny that the Bambino keeps showing up all the time. Then we have, next card is the Amica, which is harmony. You're a friend, a confidant, and we've got Constanza, something that is unchanging, something that is fixed. Let's look at three Sibillas for Cancer. Three cards on top of the Eight of Swords. We've got the Messaggero. This is a message coming from afar. We have Denaro, which is the Ace of Pentacles, similar. This is called the Safe, and it's all about your stability, your foundation, your money, and your security. And we've got the Vedovo. The Vedovo is the widower, and I usually don't leave a difficult card as the last card. I'm going to take one card and see what else is happening with this widower. And we've got Morte. Oh my God, dear Cancer. This is death. This is Scorpio energy. Okay, let's see what's happening with Pisces. Pisces has got the precious gift and the next card is, it's actually called Omaggio di Preziosi. Sorry, I didn't read it for you. For those of you that are Italian, Messaggini. So message, lettera, news is coming in. And we've got Fedelta, which is loyalty, companionship. And best friend. Okay, let's begin with Scorpio. And Scorpio gets the Two of Pentacles. Now this could mean that you're juggling. You're working very hard. I believe that this is all about money. You're keeping yourself busy. When I say busy, not only through work, it could be through, you know, you could have two jobs, yes. You could be just keeping yourself busy for whatever reason. You're looking to stabilize your life. That could be it. You do have the stability card here, an earth element. It looks as though the universe, the divine, has got you working really hard here. The earth element is a number 38. It adds up to an 11. Okay, now you're working through something karmic. Okay, this is, maybe you are going through a spiritual awakening. That's what happened to me. Number 11 is a very karmic number. Now, some of you could even be dealing with two partners. You know, you could be coming out of one relationship and into another. That could be the case as well. Now, we've got earth elements, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so now because number 11 is the 11th house, and that's the house of Aquarius, I'm going to mention the sign of Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising as well. That could be in your chart. Strong Aquarius you could have. Let's say your moon could be there. Whatever the case, there is a decision maybe that you're trying to make, because the Two of Pentacles can speak of a decision. Here we say with the romance angel, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Now this is, you know, loving and nurturing yourself. The North Node is in Cancer right now. You're supposed to be going for what your heart desires. That's what should have been happening the past almost 2 years, whilst the nodes, the moon's nodes, we had the North Node in Leo, the South Node in Aquarius. But now, you know, on the 21st, a few days ago, we had the last eclipse on 0 degrees and 52 minutes of Leo. So we're still giving, trying to learn to give to our heart, love and nurture our heart before we can give to others. Maybe this card is saying that you've given too much and it's time to nurture yourself. Now the North Node is in Cancer. Cancer is the inner child. Okay, it's the child. So what do children need? They need love, they need stability. There's the child. Some of you may have become recently parents, and therefore you need to work 2 jobs. You're trying to stabilize your life. Sorry about that. So self-respect speaks of, you know, if we don't have respect for ourselves, then we don't have respect for others. So it all begins from us, from within. Okay, so the child here could be an energy and not an actual child, an actual newborn. But that's going to be different for all of you, of course. This could be a situation that is beginning. This is divinely guided. It's a number 7. Whatever is starting, you're starting new in your life. It's going to bring you harmony and balance. Okay, now this is the card of harmony. This could be a best friend. Some of you may be dealing with a friend that is going into business with you. You could be doing business with a friend, and that could be a new project that you're beginning, because these cards are not only about love, they're all also about general things. So, you know, the Amika is the sign of Libra for me, and Libra is partnership, whether this is romantic or business. Here we've got the Constanza, which is like something very good. It's like the Ten of Cups. Something is constant and someone you can depend on, I want to say here. Someone is steadfast. Earth signs are usually steady. So yeah, Earth is very strong here in the reading for Scorpio. Now your opposite sign in the zodiac is Taurus. So could we be talking about Taurian energy or any other earth sign, of course. Now Taurus is all about comforts. It's all about our values. So you could be looking at your values at this time, especially with Uranus. You know, Uranus had moved into Taurus. It retrograded back into Aries, and it's getting ready to come back into Taurus. And it's not happening yet. It's happening, if I'm not mistaken, early April. So again, everyone is going to hold on to what they value and let go of what they don't. So thank you for listening. I'd like to go on to Cancer. All right, dear Cancer, you've got the mental prison card. Now, the Eight of Swords says that you are free to move, but everything is up in your head. All these thoughts are going around and around. You are free to move. It's your perception that's keeping you stuck there. Now, we've got Saturn return and age. It's the big 50. Now, when we have our Saturn return, it's usually around the age of 50. So something is happening in your life, obviously, that is teaching you something. Okay, this is a time of maturing. Saturn poses a lot of lessons in life, and they're not easy. Now, Saturn is right across from your sign in Capricorn, and Saturn is at home there, so it's very, very strong. Whatever is happening to you in relation to where the North and South Node are. North Node is Cancer, South Node is in Capricorn. So we're talking about family, foundation, which is Cancer, and the parents, the mother more than likely, and Capricorn could be the father. It's your status, how people see you in life. Are you married? Are you engaged? How are you? And Capricorn is also becoming the authority, so it's growing up quickly. Now, something to do with a wedding. Something is happening here in a wedding. Something to do with marriage. And I want to say that because Saturn is the Lord of karma and time, okay, our second Saturn return, which is, what does it mean? When we were born, it's gone around the zodiac 2 times. It takes 28 years for Saturn to do 1 cycle, so the second cycle would be 50 plus. Okay, so you are looking, you are maturing, you are aging over the age of 50. Now your second Saturn return is another, I don't want to say slap in the face, it's another lesson that you're going to go through. I think that some of you, I'm going to say that I could be talking to a couple of people that are celebrating 50 years of marriage as well. For others of you, it's been, you know, the lessons in life are hard, but I see you both here together again. If there has been some sort of a separation, I believe that the glue is still there, because I can see that there is some sort of a transformation coming through. We've got the Death card here, and that's death and transformation. Something is changing, but what is it? Now the news is coming through. Again, this is very karmic. It's a number 11. These could be legal documents in relation to a marriage. This could even be a will. These could even be divorce papers, which I don't think, I have a feeling that for most of you, it's not going to go through. I think that this is a scare. This is only what is showing at the moment, but I believe that the outcome is going to be good. Why? Because we've got the wedding card here. That's why. And you know, Saturn can be really hard, but he can also bring the longevity and the stability. You've got the safe here. See the safe? The denaro is like the Ace of Pentacles. It's like starting anew, starting something very stable, stabilizing your life and your family home. Now, we've got the widower here, the vedovo. This is someone who is crying over something from the past. Now, what could have happened in the past? Could there have been money that was lost? Could this be another wedding? Let's say maybe you're at the age where you are marrying off your children. Your children are getting married, and that's why there's so much worry here. It's hard to let go of your angels. It's always hard to close the door, and you know, changes are always difficult. Now, the vedovo can also be having lost someone in your life, an elderly, a grandfather, a father, a mother, a grandmother, someone that you may have been quite close to. They would have been part of the family. And, you know, looking at this picture here, it does look like a wedding from the from 1910, let's say, you know, from the early 1900s, I want to say, 1920 actually, to be precise. So with the denaro here, this says that there is promise of something new, beginning something new to do with money. This could be a new business. This could be a contract in business, the wedding, let's say. It could be a partnership, okay? And because this is the Six of Cups, this would be you partnering up with someone that you knew from a long time ago. Okay, I think they're your messages, dear Cancer. All right, let's go on to the sign of Pisces. Pisces, you've got the card of Libra. This is the Six of Pentacles. Now, you're either dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've also got air element, which could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. But I feel that with the dog here, also Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, yeah? Now, this is Libra, partnership, relationship, you know, balancing out the scales. This could be alimony, money being given out to charity, whatever. There is communication of money coming in, money going out. Now, some of you may be going through divorce. That's why the romance angel says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept help from others. Now, if you are going through divorce and you've got a problem with money, lean on your family and friends at this time. And I feel as though, even though it's not, this is literal money and jewels and something that is very positive, this could also be what is, you know, what could be the jewel in your life, could be the people that are around you, your support system. Okay, this is the omaggio di preziosi. Things may be looking tough here. That's why you need the friends, your friends' help. And again, you could be even, those of you that are single, you may be meeting someone through friends, and you're asking for the help of friends to bring you closer, to be able to communicate, because relationships and the communication in any relationship is vital. It's one of the most important things. So we've got news coming in of loyalty. Now, if this is a friendship, the dog is you know, the man's best friend. There is no risk factor here with this loyal animal, this loyal friend. and it's the Nine of Cups. So this is a wish come true. If those of you thought, there's some of you out there that may have thought that you may be dealing with someone who does not have the loyalty, well, I'm just telling you that they are a gem. They are priceless. Okay, and you need to understand that. Therefore, you know, you've got people that you can depend on around you. All right, so air element could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, mainly Libra. Now, Libra is, as I said, is the partnership house. And, you know, Libra is where we can communicate equally, democratically, trying to find the balance. People that are Libra, they're very good with talking. They're ruled by Venus. And Venus is all about harmony. This is harmony. Whatever money is coming through, you've worked hard for it. Okay? I feel as though someone's hit it lucky, someone striked it lucky, and they're in a position to help others. So if this is you, then the message is help your friends. Maybe you've already received the help from your friends, and it's time for you to give back. All right, dear Pisces. Now with Chiron that's finishing up in your sign, I think that you're going to be very relieved that, you know, any wounds from past lives, the victim mentality, you are finishing up with that. It's still going to be quite strong in the month of February, but March should be much better for you. New beginnings. Okay? All right, thank you so much. Stay well. See you all. Hello to all the air signs. Hello, this is Kathy from Divine Debut. Hello, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's look at February for you. February 2019, as well as I will be taking a romance angel to see what's happening in your love lives. Okay. I'm going to take one card from on the top of each pile. And as I said, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in that order. So Gemini has got the Strength card. Libra has got the Page of Swords. And Aquarius has the Knight of Swords. All right. Let's take a romance angel. See what's happening in love for all of you. Spirit guides and angels. Archangel Michael. In love, the general energy for Gemini. Gemini has got codependency. Libra, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Now, codependency is speaking of addictions. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And for Aquarius, we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So not the best and the most romantic energies here, but we are still in retrograde energy in February. It is a time where we've gone through a lot of difficult energies with Capricorn. Capricorn season. I think it started just before, just after Christmas, I should say. We're still working through these energies. Now, there's positive aspects, transits happening. This is a general reading, so not everyone is born on the same day. Okay, so there are different energies playing out. I'm reading the general energies. Let's see astrologically how you are affected. Okay, Gemini. Gemini has the Yod and Destiny. Libra. Libra has Aquarius, I know. And Aquarius has the 11th house and friends. And the 11th house is the natural house of Aquarius. So, let's take 3 Sibilas on each sign just for more clarity. Okay, so I'm looking at Gemini. Gemini may be dealing with a Leo at this time. Leo or Capricorn, could be Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, because the Strength card is Leo. Let's take the 3 Sibilas. And we've got Conversazione. So that's pleasant conversations. The Merchant. As well as the Falsita. Now the Falsita is, it could speak of deception. So let me take just one more card. I don't like to leave a negative card without an explanation. And wow, Vedovo. Vedovo is the widower. Well, we can't keep taking cards, so I'm going to have to leave it at that. Let's look at Libra. And we have Disgrazia, which is like the Tower. We have Messaggero, which is the messages coming from afar. One more card. And we have Belvedere, which is being on the lookout. Now, Aquarius. We have Nemica, which is the female enemy. We have L'amante, which is the lover. And we also have Bambino. Now the Bambino has showed up in so many readings. It's incredible. There is newness here. There's new cycles. That's what I said before. So the Bambino can be just an energy if it's not an actual child. So let's begin with Gemini. Dear Gemini. So now you could have your moon or your rising sign in Leo, or you're dealing with an individual who's got strong Leo. Now the Strength card does speak of courage. It speaks of patience. And how easy is it for Gemini to be patient? It's like very, very difficult, because Gemini is an air sign. You know, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury speeds. You know, we're talking about fast thinking, fast moving, and therefore Gemini is very jittery. They don't like to wait. Now, this also speaks of being able, being strong enough, having the strength to tame this wild beast, whoever or whatever this is in your own life. You are the master. You've got the strength to do this. That's what the cards are saying. So you're going to have to use, you know, gather up all your might, all your strength at this time. There is something important that you need to take care of. Sometimes with the addictions here, codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, codependency does speak of Capricornian energy. We usually remember the devil. Nevertheless, codependency means that you are feeling restrictions. You're not able to move freely. You are being held back by someone or something, a situation. And I believe that it's got a lot to do with fate, because you've got the Yod here and destiny. Now the Yod is the finger of God. That's what it's called. It's a focal point as you can see, this triangle, let's say this finger of God, it's pointing to a certain direction. The focus is on the tip of the triangle, the arrow head, let's say. That's where the focus is. So in astrology, when we have yod, a yod, it's pointing to some planet. Recently, while I've been doing the year-long readings, I remembered that there was a yod forming on the North Node. So the focal point was the North Node. I don't exactly remember where it was, but I do remember that it was attached to the moon. Now the moon moves very fast, so you know the yod is like God pointing and saying, you know, focus on that, what's happening in that area. Now the North Node, of course, is very destined, it's fate. Here obviously there is some sort of yod energy that you're being influenced by, and you need to obviously concentrate on a specific area of life. Now it's called the destiny card, so this is fate. Whatever God is pointing to, you will probably receive the inclination, the idea that you could be living through synchronicities and receiving messages from the divine in relation to this. Now 48 does add up to 12, and 12 is the Hanged Man, but it also adds up 12, 1 and 2 equals 3. Now 3, it could speak of a love triangle. It could also speak of expansion and growth. When I say expansion and growth, that could speak of work. Some of you may be working very hard at this time. The codependency card can also you know, speak of Capricorn energy, and Capricorn is all about putting in that hard work, climbing that to the top of that mountain. So you're going to have to summon up all your strength to beat whatever you are hooked on, whether this is drugs, anything that you are eating, drinking. Now this could also be a relationship that you are feeling chained and bound by. You're going to have to be smart. You're going to have to be wise with the Strength card. You've got the strength within you to make this happen, to get away, to break those chains. Now, we've got the Sibilas here. We have conversación, and this is pleasant conversations around a table. Now, this could be at work. This could be through family, friends. It's like the Ace of Cups, so something good is beginning in relation to business. The merchant is someone who deals with import, export. If he is thinking of any sort of agreements, contracts, and this could even be with love, in a relationship and in a romantic relationship, there is some sort of a change, I believe, here, because the 13 again is the number of the Death card. So the Death card is Scorpio, and Scorpio is the 8th house, which is other people's money, banks, wills, loans, deeds. It's also the house of sexuality. It's sexual intimacy. Scorpio rules the sexual organs. So there is a lot of thought going in here in this card. Now this man is looking straight at the cat, the deception. The cat could speak of lack of trust. There could be lack of trust, and where there is smoke there is fire. Could there be a love triangle here where it could be in relation to work, because you know this could be a place that you get together with people and converse in relation to business. So the deception could be happening through work, at work. And then we've got the Vedovo, which is the widower. Now the widower is crying over something from his past. He's still in the morning energies. It's something that he's stuck on and he just can't get past it. So there are feelings of loss here. Whatever this deception is about is quite draining. Now, I feel as though there is lack of trust in a relationship here because someone is mulling over something that's happened. Therefore, could be that the trust has been broken. Now, with the finger of God happening here and destiny, whatever you're living through at this time is destined. Okay, so know that it's, again, it's the divine. If you're working through hard energies right now, know that you're obviously on the road to change. Usually it doesn't get worse, it gets better. So as we know, the wheel keeps turning. When it's down, it will turn upwards. When it's up, it will turn down. So if you're working through difficult energies, you know that things are going to pick up. So I think, Gemini, that's the information for you at this point. I can't keep going on. There's plenty of messages here, but time is limited. So wishing you well. Let's go on to the sign of Libra. So, dear Libra, we've got the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is always some sort of a message that's coming through from another air sign. This could be you sending the message out. Now, also, the Page of Swords could be some truth coming to light. It is a time of truth with Jupiter in Sagittarius. We're hoping to look at the bigger picture. There can be, of course, deceptions with Jupiter and Neptune squaring. Jupiter expands on the illusions that Neptune emanates. So some truth could be coming out. You could have been, let's say, disillusioned at some point after the eclipse of the 21st, I would say, of January. Nevertheless, the truth that's going to come in is going to bring you the knowledge. We've got Aquarius and I know here. So Aquarius is the genius. Aquarius can see the bigger picture because Aquarius looks down on us from the heavens. It comes from the ethers. Aquarius is that genius with a very sharp mind. Now you're obviously here, you're working through energies dealing with an Aquarian individual, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now it's funny that the card says I know, so the information that comes through is going to come for your knowledge. Now, some of you may already know what the message is that's coming through. You already know, but you're acting as though you don't. Here we've got the Tower, and the Tower for me in the Sibilas is like Uranus. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius, and Uranus is at the last degree of Aries. So, you know, Aries is a fire sign. The last degrees of any sign can be quite powerful. Uranus is that lightning strike. It breaks down, it rebels, okay, it brings in change. And it also, the good side to Uranus is that it does things differently. So, nevertheless, disgrazia is change. It's that Tower energy. So I wanted to say that Aquarius here is number 23. It adds up to a 5. Now, 5s always speak of change coming in. Aquarius is going to bring the change for you. Mercury is actually traveling through Aquarius right now, and it's very strong. Now, the knowledge could be involving children. Your love life is being affected by children. So, could it be that children are either you've got an elder child that's going on to further their education, because the Page of Swords could be the student, all right? So As well as that, the message that's coming through could be from a child or in relation to a child and their study. Now, pages always speak of something coming in, a message coming in, information coming in with this Page of Swords, something that's going to bring in the change for you. Now, this could even be a child, an adolescent child, a young adult who is the genius. So it does say that your love life is being affected by children. So it doesn't mean that it's in a negative way always, you know. So we've got Aquarius, and I know that's a beautiful energy. Again, sudden information coming through, sudden changes. There's the mensajero. So the message is coming from afar. This could even be a graduation. It could be some sort of a certificate, graduation certificate that's coming through. And here we've got the Belvedere. And the Belvedere is being on the lookout. This is, you know, sometimes it looks as though she's got one eye open and the other eye closed. So she is on the lookout. She's expecting someone or something to come in. So could it be that one of your children, and this could even be your energy because it's an air sign, could it be that one of your children is following their career? You know, they've become the genius. This has happened suddenly. The family is ecstatic. Maybe they're coming from overseas, coming back home if they were at a distant place furthering their studies. So, yeah, this is beautiful. It's looking good. This message is a number 11, so it's bringing in new beginnings. And there's going to be some sort of a celebration because this is like the Three of Cups. Now, for those of you that the message is coming in about something that was unexpected, that is bringing down this tower, something is changing drastically, and children could be in the middle of it. If there is a relationship where there is information being shared about, you know, knowledge that you did not know, or maybe that someone whispered to you, someone nudged you with this information. It's like, open your eyes, can't you see what's happening? Then the tower comes in suddenly. It is a number 7, which says that you were meant to find out. Now, we've got children here, so maybe you're on the lookout, being careful, not knowing what to do. You're looking towards the future and wondering, what are you going to do? Aquarius is the rebel. I feel as though Aquarius is going to change things up, especially whilst it's at the last degree of Aries. Aries is the warrior. I see changes here, Libra. I see major changes. All right, I will leave you with that. Thank you so much for listening. Now we've got Aquarius here. Aquarius, and we've got the Knight of Swords. So quite similar energies, the Page and the Knight. Now the Knight of Swords can be quite brutal. This is very fast-paced energy. If this is you taking action, because Aquarius, you are air energy, so this could be your energy. You're moving quickly towards the past. As you could see, he's moving towards the past. So quickly going back to either visit something from the past, visit a situation from the past, or maybe this is just something that's happening in your life, which is a deja vu. That's what I feel here. Now, could it be that because you've got the 11th house and friends, could you be revisiting the past, going back to a friend, maybe someone that you were dealing with in the past? Now, usually that's the energy of the retrograde season, but we are actually in eclipse season, so it's fated. Whatever is happening now is you know, the divine purpose. Now, the 11th house is the natural house of Aquarius. Okay, so again, Aquarius could be seeing things from the ethers, looking down, and being ahead within your thoughts. You are very progressed, you're very ingenious with your ideas, but Aquarius loves to be part of a social group, but they are quite the individual. They're the quirky person that stands out in the crowd usually. Usually, if they've got strong Aquarius in a house which deals with appearance, let's say. So the 11th house is also wishes and dreams. So there could be some wish that's coming to you, and through, because it's a 35, it adds up to an 8. Some sort of a wish dealing with the house of Scorpio, which is the 8th house. Now, the 8th house is, of course, anything to do with other people's money, shared resources, having moved in with your partner. And that's what could be happening here. Quickly, you could be moving in with your partner, and I would say it could be happening because of a pregnancy. Or I feel as though there may be some sort of an argument, a fight with a mother figure, could be, because we've got the Namica here, which is a female enemy. Now, this could be a female, a male, or just an energy. Sometimes we say that, you know, racing through and doing things too quickly could, you know, you could trip and fall over. So that could be the negative energy here. And I would say try to slow down a little bit, you know, because speed can bring trouble. Now, here we've got the Namica. As I said, it could be a person, a mother figure, could be someone who was against this relationship. Nevertheless, she's showing her true colors. As you could see, the mask has come off. So she's showing her jealousy, her envy, her, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to take my son away from me. She's saying here, I feel. And here we've got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So you could be dealing with a partner who's too close to the mother. There's too much of a strong bond, and you're feeling like the outsider. This could be the mother-in-law from hell, let's say. But nevertheless, you're the genius, dear Aquarius. You can handle this. You will find the right way to react and to find the best solution. Here we've got the Romeo. He's singing his song. He's, you know, showing his love, his heart to the woman of his dreams. So this is like the Knight of Cups. This could be an offer of love. Let's move in together. Again, it's a number 11. So, you know, many times the L'Amante and the Knight of Cups could be someone who's quite emotional. So you could be dealing with someone who's got strong water in their chart. Now, Scorpio was mentioned, so I will stick with that as the water sign that you may be dealing with. Again, sun, moon, or rising. Now, there could be a pregnancy here. We've got the child. This is heavenly sent to you. It's a number 7. And, you know, the childbirth could be actually ironing out those creases within any animosity that's been happening or anything negative within your love life. I feel as though when the information comes through, the mask comes off, you know, when all the cards are put up on the table, we know what we're dealing with. Whereas, you know, when someone is wearing a mask, you don't know who your enemy is. Now, this could even be a jealous friend for all you know. There's so many people that are listening to this right now, so it's going to be different for each and every one of you. Now, the Bambino can be just a new relationship, moving in with your partner. For others of you, as I said, you could be falling pregnant, and that's why you're moving in together. This could just be the energy of newness, a new beginning. So, dear Aquarius, This is lovely. I think I will leave it at that for you. I would like to thank all of you for being here. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best.